With some feedback on that as the so-called lockdown measures are being put in place, Federation of Thai Industries or FTI Chairman Supan Mongkol has expressed doubt that the CCSA's decision to tighten lockdown measures in the 13 dark red provinces will successfully contain the rapid surge in COVID-19 infections, pointing out that the new restrictions will cause damage to the national economy estimated at about 100 billion baht instead of between 50 to 60 billion baht as earlier projected. He said that the increasingly restrictive measures must be complemented by an acceleration in active screening, including the widespread use of antigen test kits and mass vaccinations, without which the enhanced lockdown is bound to fail. The FTI chairman also voiced his disagreement with the idea of adopting the Wuhan lockdown model in Bangkok, noting that such drastic measure will bring the entire production sector to a complete halt, which will devastate the economy because there won't be any engine to drive it. The Wuhan lockdown strategy is quite brutal, but turned out to be effective. Initially, all transport into and out of the city of the 11 million people was stopped with no exceptions, even for personal or medical emergencies. All shops were closed except for those selling food or medicine. Private vehicles were banned from the streets without special permission, and most public transport stopped. Initially, people were allowed out of their homes, but restrictions were tightened later. Residents were barred from leaving their homes as well, but were allowed to order food and other supplies for delivery. Officials went door to door for health checks and forced those who fell ill into isolation. Most buildings had security guards checking the temperatures of anyone going in. That was the model we call Wuhan model. On Sunday, Thailand's Disease Control Department Director General Dr. Opat Gangawinpong said a complete lockdown following this Wuhan model may be imposed in the next 2 months if the situation does not improve. Meanwhile, CEO of LPN Development Opat Sipayak said the private sector would have no alternative if the government goes ahead with the Wuhan model of lockdown, noting that the company's sales of condominium units have already dropped about 30% compared to the same period last year.